Hey guys, today is Memorial Day, and in between all the sales, the booze, and the barbecue, we at Legacy Collectibles would like to remind you what Memorial Day is all about. And I have Captain Joe Sacchetti, my next door neighbor, fellow traveler, who's here to help us do that. But remembering those who have gone before, those who have fallen. Memorial Day actually started during the Civil War and has been carried on ever since, although it has evolved less so of being a day of memorializing those who have sacrificed so much, but it's turned into a celebration of sales at the mall and all that. So that's not what we're about today. We want to remember those who have fallen. And also, it's not just those who have died, but people have had a lot of losses. You particularly, as a vet, that our vets they've had huge losses as a result of being at war.
Memorial Day is a beautiful holiday. It gives us a chance to honor the fallen, those who have died in combat, and those aren't the only losses, like you say. The families have wounds. The soldiers and servicemen that make it back often have very deep scarring wounds because they lost their buddies. There's nothing worse than seeing a buddy die in combat, and the scars that last back here, and it costs us relationships. Sometimes it costs us marriages and tough times. Memorial Day is a beautiful holiday to get out and show the appreciation and honor those who have fallen.
Joe, you helped me do that by taking me on one of your trips to High Roads Traveler. We went there in October to Normandy Beach. It was a highlight of my life, not meaning celebration, but just so moving. We do have a video of the visit to the cemetery in Normandy, which most of you are familiar with.
We had an amazing time there, being able to see a couple of the grave sites for Cousin James and Uncle George,
yes.
Who had very few visitors over the last 80 years. But it was really beautiful. We also got to see the flag being raised and the flag being lowered at Taps.
And unbeknownst to me, there are other American cemeteries in foreign lands.
That's right, Tom. The American Battle Monuments Commission has purview of all of our fallen service members overseas, and we have American military cemeteries in 17 different countries. We took a group earlier in the year to the Philippines. And we went to the Philippines, the Manila American Cemetery, which has the most service members of anywhere in the world, 18,000. And of course, we have quite a few in France, Meuse, Argonne, Normandy, which we've been to, Battle of the Bulge in Belgium, and we have Anzio in Italy.
Okay, Anzio in Italy. Now, this coming October, you're sponsoring a trip. Legacy Collectibles is sponsoring a trip to Italy, including Anzio. Well, tell us where we're going in October.
It's going to be a great trip. World War II Italy, which most people find really fascinating. It started in 1943 and raged the entire year. It takes us from Sicily up through Anzio, Cassino, and Salerno.
Now, we do have room on the trip, and we're not here to sell a trip, but if you're interested in more information, you can take a look at the description, and we will have a link there. We'd love to have you join us. Now, we talked about other kinds of losses, and I particularly wanted to point out Vietnam vets. You commented on that. I commented on that. We have a lot of collectors who are Vietnam vets, and once you prick that memory a little bit, I hear a lot about grief and loss over that war in particular, and I'm speaking to you Vietnam vets out there right now.
Well, my dad's generation was the World War II generation. Mine was the Desert Storm and recent generation, and right in the middle was the Vietnam generation. Now, as an officer, all of my training was from Vietnam vets. The world did a wonderful job at welcoming and honoring the World War II vets in Korea. And then they've done an amazing job in the last 40 years. But darn it, we missed out on honoring the Vietnam vets. They came back to a rough time, very tumultuous in history. And I owe all of the training that I have and all my colleagues to those Vietnam vets. In fact, I keep in touch with my colonel. Every week we share a story or a beer.
Well, I wanted to end the video by encouraging you to grab a loved one, gather around. In closing, I have a scene from Saving Private Ryan, which is probably one of the most poignant movies I've ever seen, that shows the reality of war, along with a hymn to the fallen.